All right, Clint. I am Candace. Welcome to 100 Dates in 100 Days. It's been a very, very, very long time since I've seen you. It feels like years.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, you know what? Do I? I'm trying. It had to be, of course, it had to be in St. Louis,
Yeah,
or maybe it didn't. But that's that's neither here nor there. Um, but it might have
somewhere.
been St. Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I want to say before I haven't. I don't think I've seen you since the pandemic, though, for sure.
I don't think so either.
And I've been to St. Louis since.
I'm not in St. Louis anymore.
Oh, well, that's why I don't see you. Where you at now?
Yeah, I am in Tampa now.
Oh, you in Tampa? Okay, all right, all right. You like
I
it?
am. Yeah,
Okay, all right. Then
you
there's that.
tell.
You in Tampa now.
I'm in Tampa.
I got
I
beef
wanted
with
to say
Tampa.
congratulations on your special. I watched it. You had me over here dying,
Thank you. I appreciate
dying.
that.
I was like, and then you went to my hometown to do it because Brooklyn is
Yeah, I
me.
did it in Brooklyn. Yeah, I did it
That's
in Brooklyn.
that's
Yes.
that's all me. But Clint, you got the ladies excited because you said you're off the dating scene. So first, let's go back a little bit. Introduce yourself,
My
because
name's
I know
Clint.
you.
My name's Clint. I tell jokes for a living. When she was talking about, I've seen your special. She was referring to my comedy special that's out right now. It's on YouTube. It's called My Edible Kicked In. And I was, if anybody watches the special, yes, I was high during the entire thing, but I was funny. I'm really good. I'm one, I'm not gonna toot my own horn. You can do it for me. But there's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a comedian. I have fun. I enjoy life. And yeah, I've met her while I used to open for DL Hughley, and I was on the road, and we would come to St. Louis, and every time I was there, she's there. You know,
So you know what's crazy? I actually met you before you opened for DL. I met you
I
when
know
he.
that. I just didn't.
You want me to put you out there? Because
Yeah,
so, and I tell everybody this, right? When I meet people for the first time, I either
yeah,
like you or I hate you, and there's nothing in between. There's no gray with
right.
me. So
Go
the
ahead,
first time
talk
I
that
met
talk.
you, yeah. So the first time I met you, I didn't like you. I was like, this nigga. Um, but
Whoa,
again,
whoa,
it
wait,
had
wait, wait,
nothing.
man. Tell everybody why you didn't like me. Let's start there.
So another comedian was there, and
Yes.
he pretty much, during a smoke session was letting loose about you and like how bossy he thought you were and how much of an
Mm-hmm.
asshole you were and how
Mm-hmm.
much you were taking control of the club. And I was like, ooh, so he just coming here like he running shit. All right, well, we gonna show him who really
Right.
runs shit.
Right.
Um, so
It wasn't any wait, it
thankfully,
wasn't the comedian. It's not the comedian that's with us. It was
no, it
it
wasn't a
was it was
comedian
the
that was you
outside
guys.
guy.
It was definitely the outside guy.
Right.
Which since then I've whoa.
Who's right and who's wrong since then?
So so I'm glad we had an opportunity to
Right,
meet
right, right,
outside of
right,
that.
right,
So I
right. I'm
could
glad.
be like,
I
you know
like how
what?
you dodged that question, but yeah, yeah. No, we, yeah, nah. So
PC
it
like a
wasn't.
motherfucker.
First of all, time out. I just want to put out there. You know how sometimes people are like, no, he's the problem. No, 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 nigga, you were the problem. I didn't do nothing. I was doing what I was told to do. That's neither here nor there, though.
Exactly.
Continue.
But you know what I always say, like until people know the why, sometimes, and somebody,
Yeah,
and everybody's not owed the why, right? Because he
right.
definitely was the outside guy, so he wasn't owed the why, but he
Exactly,
needed it in order for it
exactly.
to feel better. So I was glad that we had an opportunity to meet outside of that, and I was like, anybody that's with DL in that group can't be the
Yeah,
person that he was describing. So,
exactly,
because I don't
exactly.
see DL going for that at all.
It's impossible. It's not my show to do that.
Exactly.
Like that's the thing, right? Like I can't. I physically can't. It's not my show to do that. But that's neither here nor there. Yes, yes.
So I
Yes.
seen you went out since then. You've been on your own. You've been doing the spades tournament. I don't know nothing about spades, so I don't even try to pretend like I know. 'Cause y'all not gonna embarrass me.
So real quick, it's a little bit more to the Spades tournament.
Okay.
It's called the World Series of Spades. It's a television show that premiered in 2020 on Amazon Prime. Then we were able to move that show to another network in 2021, made it a little bit bigger. Currently, our champion is Makai Pfeiffer, and
Okay.
yeah. So now we're gearing up for season 3. And basically, if you watch the World Series of Poker, the same thing, just this time it's with spades.
Okay. So you letting all the folks in. That's what that is.
I
You
do
was
let
like,
off.
we're tired of y'all doing poker and we can't get to the table. So I'm gonna just make my own table. That's what
Right,
that
that
was.
part, that part. And on top of that, man, like let's be, I mean, like everybody don't play poker, right? I like poker. I think poker is a great game. But for me, spades is, it's us, it's our culture. And, me as a content creator, who has sold more than one show, I'm tired of seeing black people on television looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't subscribe to mess. I'm tired of mess. I hate mess. Let's show black people in a good light and having fun.
That's it. So y'all just need to teach me. The problem is spades is so competitive that nobody wants to teach me. They expect me
Well,
to learn somehow
Well,
on my
imagine you have
own.
a friend who actually has an entire show that teaches spades. Man, go
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah. So
Go
I
figure.
should know it by now, right? You're on your third
I
season,
mean,
and
you
I
should.
know how to make some books on like the app, right?
Well, actually, that's the best way to learn, if I'm being honest.
But so what I have learned is that even though I'm learning how to play, and the thing says you won, I'm beating my
You
partner
don't know.
too.
You don't know what you did.
Yeah. Well, I know what I did to win. I don't understand how I'm pushing my partner out, but
Well, that's where it comes. That's where strategy comes in. But that's fine. We'll definitely teach you. I
I
also
just know
teach a
how to win.
class.
I don't know how to bring people with me.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You sound selfish though, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm trying not to be, but clearly I'm just better
I
at
get
winning
it.
on my own.
I
Okay,
get it.
so let's get back to the real nitty gritty. I have a clip here where you're talking about, and I loved it, right? Because I was like, "Ooh, that is so Clint!" Like to just be on some. I'm not dating anymore. So tell me, because it's a clip, and I know how clips become really salacious, and people hear what they want to hear. Tell me what you said. Why are you not on the dating streets anymore?
So let's start here. I'm not on the dating scene anymore, not because of any of the antics that I'm really saying. I'm not on the dating scene anymore. I'm engaged. So there's
Oh
that.
shit!
I'm engaged. Thank
Congratulations.
you. Yeah, I'm engaged, man. So I liked it. I put a ring on it. There's that.
There you go.
Um, just for jokes and shits and giggles purposes, right? I say I'm not on the dating scene. Well, part of it is, yeah, man, like I had a girl tell me it was gay because I wanted to be held. I wanted to be caressed. I like being the little spoon. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, that's gay. And I'm like, sis, you don't have a dick, right? Like, how can it be gay if you doing it, right? You got soft hands. I like you. You like me. Touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with that? Then I guess she wasn't feeling that, but this was years ago. I'm 36 now, so I was about 27 when this happened, 26.
Okay. But the one that hit me the hardest is when you said, um, I'm
Oh,
not on
do
the
you
dating
miss
scene
me?
anymore because I got tired of lying to them.
Yes, I got tired of lying and saying, "Do you?" Because like I don't like when somebody asks me that. Don't ask me, "Do you miss me?" That shit don't make no fucking sense. Like because here's the thing: what's understood either a doesn't have to be said, or if somebody does miss you, they'll straight up tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like any woman that I've ever dealt with, in my opinion, or for me, if I miss you, I'm going to say, "Yo, how you doing today? Nothing, you good?" Blah blah blah. I just want to let you know I miss you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to ask me that dumbass shit.
That's it. I don't understand why people asked it to begin with, but I did comment under it. So tell fiance I was joking. It was just a joke because I commented under it and I was like, I miss you. Do you
Yeah,
miss me?
I don't take you serious, so I'm sure she didn't take. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
But
It ain't
there
that
was
big a
some
deal.
people under there that was saying that that's considered emotional rape. And I think that was the comment that like stopped it. I was like, what? How did you get two
That's
plus
an
two and get
extreme. That's
22?
extreme. That's extreme. Emotional rape is insane,
Do you
right?
understand
But
me?
like, I've never even heard the term emotional rape. I mean, that is that's wild, right? But on the flip side of that, I've heard of things called like love bombing. I've heard of, like that's actually that's forcing somebody. I don't like that's fishing for a compliment, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever believe you should be fishing for a compliment, right? Like, it's like, look, you look nice. Like right now, your locks look good. You look nice. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you don't need to fish for that. You don't need to fish for that. I think that's the part that kind of bothers me a little bit because it sounds like you're trying to get a compliment, and it's like, no, let them give it to you.
So what's the most uncomfortable question you think you've been asked where people were like forcing you to give them an answer that they wanted, not the answer that you
I
actually
mean, it
want?
is that. It was that. Like, do you miss me? Like, that is an.
Right.
It's a very like. I mean, that, and of course, asking. How was like so. How was the sex after sex is not a bad question, right? It's not a bad question. Only reason why is because if you guys are working on something between you, like you want to please the other person, right? So asking or okay, asking how was it is not the question. The question should be, is there, did you enjoy it? Is there anything you need me to do, or do you something that you want? What I mean, something along those lines of I'm asking to improve the sex, not asking if you put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you ain't got to ask to put me to sleep. I'm sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, yeah, but do you miss me is probably the most uncomfortable question I've been asked by far.
I think do you love me has probably been the most uncomfortable question I've been asked.
I've I've never asked that question. Well,
Yeah.
have I asked that question? I've never no. I've never been asked, and I don't ask. I think every time I've said I've loved you or I love you, it's been said back. But I had a feeling you did, so it was like,
Already.
yeah,
Love is hard for me, so it's gonna take a long time before I ask that question. But somebody said, and you mentioned, you don't miss them, but you miss slapping that ass, or you miss putting a tongue in their butt. All right.
yes, absolutely. I do miss that.
One of your comments, somebody said, putting a tongue in a woman's butt that you don't even like enough to miss is diabolical business. She pulled a diabolical word
I'm
out on
fine
you.
with
Like
that, but to
you
me,
are.
I think tongue in the butt is a part of sex, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I decide to lay down with you, right? First of all, I do have to like you to some extent. That doesn't necessarily mean that, yeah. And I mean, I just don't feel like there should be any. I mean, if I'm having, there's no boundaries, right? Like, if I'm vulnerable around you enough to be naked and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just we don't have. I mean, there are boundaries, right? Like, don't we set that up front. Like, ain't nothing going in my butt. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if like there's some women who don't like that, right? So it's like, all right, you don't like that, cool. I'm staying away from it. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I do it or have done it and will do it.
Well, you're getting ready to get married now. You better do it. So
I mean, we passed that. Like, come on,
you
come
you
on,
I ain't married nobody unless you
come
put a
on,
tongue in my butt.
come on, man.
So
Yeah, as you
so
should. I don't,
last night we did a friend of mine has a podcast and he does like a Freaky Friday on Fridays, right? And they
mhm.
talked about men who like getting their ass eaten. And I know you like to be cuddled and you like putting your tongue in other people's butt. Is that a no-go for you too? Like,
Yeah, that's a no go for me. But I'm not going to say I've never had it done, and I'm not going to say that's gay, right? That is like again, right? Like, let's be real, right? If we're having the sex talk, number one, most women, 99% of women, no, I've not met a woman who don't give head, right? So
mhm,
usually, if you're down there, right, you're giving head, then you probably graduate to the balls, right? You graduate to the balls, then right up under that is the scrotum, right? Or the gooch as we call it.
mhm.
Most women do that too, right? Like that whole area is yours. Then some women take the liberty to go a little bit further, and then that's the butt, right? So for me, I've had that happen. I will be honest, it does feel good, right? But that's not because but I can't get that done often, or I can't get it done because I'll fuck it around and I'm squirming. So me, you doing that, I'm over here like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know I've noticed women like when you squirm. So you know what I'm saying?
But y'all like when we squirm. Like it's
It's no. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Like, I'm not saying, yeah, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just I just I don't. I may not be in a squirming mood that day. You know what I'm saying?
so that's the days
So
they gotta stay away from your titties too.
no,
Because
no, the titties is that no. We got to
titties
do
just make
that.
you moan, but they don't make you
Yeah,
squirm. I
yeah,
told you I
no,
watched the special. I heard you.
yeah,
I
yeah. The
heard.
titties, you got that. The sex don't happen with me without that. Like that's like like you got to warm. Women, you need to be warm. You need to warm me up too. So same thing. Like yeah. My titties come first. Well,
Those
second
of you
after
who
we kiss.
don't know what we're talking about, watch the special because
Yes, I get my titties
watch the
sucked.
special,
Absolutely,
you
I
will
love get. Yeah,
understand.
I do.
But So, and I think what they consider gay about the men getting their ass eaten part is the positions that a man has to be in order to get his ass eaten. Like,
Yeah, I agree. But like, I have a question.
uh-huh.
When am I ever going to see you fuck? I mean, like I'm gonna be real, right? Like I've been like, I mean, let's just hypothetical. Like let's talk about, I've been on the road with the same. I was on the road with the same 3, 4 guys for 10 years, right?
Mhm.
I've not seen any one of them fuck ever a day in my life. So I don't know what they're doing in their bedroom when you know what I mean. Like, oh, how can you say something's gay and you don't even know that all the people who saying it is probably the ones getting it done. So if I'm at home by myself, or not by myself, but if I'm with my lady and I'm in the V and she who's going to know besides me and her?
Who's gonna know? Who's
Who's
gonna
going to
know?
know?
I think that's just something that they wrestle with and they got to get it through their head. Because if they have
Yeah.
it for the first time,
Listen, I take a shower, I spread my cheeks and let the water go down. Let's be real. Like, what are we talking about here, yo? Like, but you're never gonna see me take a shower, right? Like,
they're scared to do that too. Maybe they're scared to do that too. Maybe that's what the
we,
real issue is.
a lot of guys aren't comfortable in their own skin, right? That's really what it comes down to.
That's
You're
it.
not,
That's what it comes down to. A lot of
you,
guys aren't comfortable in their own
you're
skin,
not,
and I think once they're afraid to be vulnerable with their lady, right? And then
Mhm.
because they think that we're gonna look at them differently. I'm gonna look at you differently if you can't get vulnerable with me, because then I'm gonna be like,
That's
why? Like,
there's that. How about that? Right, exactly, right? Like we're having these conversations and we're talking about this, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to be vulnerable. What do we why? Right? And that's the part that really gets annoying in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you sit now, here's the thing. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Nobody's going to beat you over the head with that. But to say that something's gay and you're in a heterosexual relationship, that's crazy. Now, the only thing that I think is borderline or is pushing the envelope is the pegging, right? Like if that's what you like, I'm not. If a woman's doing it to you, it's not gay. But that's the only thing for me. That is my hard boundary, right? Like if you slip up, you eat my ass for a second. All right, I ain't tripping, right? But if you like, you're not putting anything in me. Like that is my draw the line. We're not doing that. You know what I'm
you know
saying?
what's crazy though? There's a lot of women that want to try it. Like they want to peg a
I'm
man just
sure. I'm sure.
one
Just because.
time.
I'm
It
sure. I'm sure.
doesn't have to be a regular thing, but just one time. And I think you know who's to blame for that? Monique. When Monique did that Queens of Comedy, and she was like, just take your fingers and just like rim around it and see what he does. I think we all got interested in that moment. Like, let's see what he's
Yeah.
gonna do.
And I don't want to be rimmed around either.
just
Because
just the two little fingers just to see what it
yeah,
does. You might
no,
like it. You don't know. Just try it one time. If you don't like it, don't ever do it again. That's my philosophy. My philosophy is try it one time. If you don't like it,
like
then
it.
you know
That's
you never.
fair. That's fair. No, that is fair. That's fair. That's fair.
But
That's
if
fair.
you don't try it, then
But
how you
here's the
know if
thing.
you don't like it?
Well, I mean, a girl told me that when she wanted to have a threesome, right? Because
Mhm.
I'd asked her for a threesome, and she was like, "Well, what if you give me a threesome?" And I'm like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, you and another dude. And I'm like, technically that's a threesome. And I was like, but I know I don't like dick, right? I don't need to try dick to know that I don't like dick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's like, maybe I don't need to try, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to try a finger in my butt because I already know I don't like nothing in my butt. You know what I'm saying?
So here's the thing, though. Like you didn't have to be with the other man. It would have just been both of you guys pleasuring her.
I don't even want that though. I don't want that either. I don't want that.
Really? Is it because you
Yeah.
don't want to see her with somebody else, or is it because you just don't want
No,
another man in the room?
I just don't want another man in the room. I've never been like that. I've never ran a train on a woman. I've never like I just can't. I don't like I like now. I was gonna say I don't like fucking in front of people. I don't mind like a woman sitting there watching, doing whatever she's doing while we having sex. But as far as like another man participate, like my thing is she can sit off to if you don't want her participating, cool. Like, but it does turn me on. Like if I'm in a hotel or something like that and there's a balcony, I hope somebody's watching. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like another man in the bedroom, I just don't want that.
That's what's crazy. And I was gonna ask you, but you answered it already. Somebody, because most men will say they don't want another man in the room today, but they're the same men who ran trains when they were in high school. So I'll be like, well,
Yeah,
how did y'all
never.
feel
Yeah,
back
never ran
then?
a
But
train. Never ran. I'm not fucking after you niggas. You crazy.
yeah, that's kind of disgusting.
I'm not
Okay,
fucking after
so
you niggas.
and I just wanted to kind of beat on some of your comments, and that's why I wanted to bring you on here because I know you didn't read them. I know you didn't respond to not one of them, but I was diving
No,
in, and I kind of wanted to go off on these people. Like, what are you talking about?
because
Because
they
the
too hype.
consensus between all of them was like, you don't like the people that you're dating, and that was the common takeaway from what you said, and I don't understand how people got that. Like,
It's
how
the
did you
internet.
get? He doesn't like the person that he's dating by
Because I
him
don't miss
saying, "I
you.
don't wanna lie."
Yeah, like missing somebody means
I
you
don't get
miss
that because you don't have to
you.
hate somebody to miss them.
No, right, right. I can like you a lot. It just don't miss you, right? Missing somebody means I yearn for you to be there. I want you to be around. I need you to be around. Please be around. Can you be around? That kind of thing. And it's like for me, it was just like, yo, your company's cool, but I don't miss it. I'll be all right. But people like to take things and overanalyze everything, right? Everybody has a think piece on everything, right? And it's like you could have, and honestly, I like those comments. You know why? Because keep running up the engagement. You know what I'm saying? Keep commenting. But I gotta realize I'm not arguing with people on the internet because it's stupid.
Yeah. Sometimes I do it. Like, I'll be bored. Sometimes I get
Yeah,
really, really
nah,
bored.
yeah. I had to stop, man, because I would get mad. It's like this ain't it. Be
Now,
arguing,
see, if they
nah.
ever got to the point where they made me mad, I would stop. But because they
Yeah,
don't
they
know
be
me
saying
and I don't care.
then people say wild shit. So it's just like, man, like, and you say stuff to me that I know you wouldn't say in real life. Like,
That's the
I'm
thing.
not,
That's
yeah, I'm not a tough guy, but like, you've been around me. Like, I'm not, I don't play, right? Like, I'll definitely like anything I say behind your back, say it to your face, and on top of that, you know, like, I'm not, again, I'm not aggressive, or I'm not like, you know, I'm gonna smack the shit out you, but I mean, I don't give off, I won't smack the shit out you energy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
you said I'm still from Philly. I got it.
Bottom line.
Yep. Still from Philly.
Bottom
I
line.
got
Bottom line.
okay, guys. So I have people on different streaming lines. What I want y'all to do is if you have any questions, put it in the chat because texting me, I can't respond to you. And I don't want to be rude. I promise I don't. But I can't
Yeah,
keep looking
texting
at
is
my
crazy.
phone because y'all texted me. Put it in the chat so we can both see it because you want to give Clint an opportunity to answer it too. I see y'all keep logging off and logging back on. It's like y'all every time I say something that's sexual, y'all like, wait a minute, it's early on a Saturday.
Who?
If y'all got
It's
the
not
kids
even.
around, I'm
What
not the
time is it?
person you
Right?
should be listening to. I don't know. Like
Or
it's
put some
6:30.
fucking
Like,
headphones on.
yeah, put some headphones on. If you outside hanging out with people and like they can't hear what I'm not the person to listen to. Period. Like I'm not the person to
Real
listen
quick,
to if you're in a public crowd.
why do people always want to hit you with the "I can't do this, I can't do that"? But some of the stuff, y'all. If we go to your internet browser, it's full of filth.
That part.
People are everybody want to be. That's another story.
They want to be PC. Okay, so this comment said, y'all need to stop allowing these men in your body just to use y'all. If he don't miss you, take advantage. Take what y'all got to get away from it. Take what he does. Give. I don't even know what she's saying. Y'all
She
give
can't
up
see.
these
This is why I
guys
say
way too
people are
much.
stupid.
Yeah.
She
In
don't
the
even know how to
beginning, she
write.
had me, and then she lost me. Okay, so we allow men basically to take advantage of our bodies because they don't miss us, and I don't know. Like I think that's what she's trying to say.
How is she? First of all, how am I taking advantage of you, right? If you, sex is a two-way street, and also most of the time, like we have an honest conversation up front. What is this? What are we doing? If I like you, clearly this is not me saying, you know what I mean. But if we're both saying like you know, I'm in you know, I'm in Tampa, you in Tampa, we gonna we'll be in Tampa, and then that's that, right? And then you ask me like if we don't, not saying I don't like you, right? But if you tell me a month later, like, yo, do you miss me? It's like, no, I miss Tampa and what we did in Tampa. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and that's not, and that doesn't mean I don't like you. It just really just means like I miss listen. I could be honest and say I missed the sex. Missing you would be a lie, and that doesn't. You don't miss me either. You could literally just miss the dick, right? It's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because missing somebody means you miss their presence, you miss their comfort, you miss, and it's like everybody ain't got that.
So you think it's a two-way street though? Do you think like if a man was to ask me if I missed him and I said, nah, I just missed a dick, would I get that big W label?
No, Nick, for niggas who don't have any sense, absolutely, right? But it's like we don't live in a time where women can't be sexually liberated, right? Like we live in a time where guys, really want to place labels on everything and want to be like, oh, well, you do this or you did this makes you this and this makes you that. It's like, does it? No. If you just say you missed that dick, then you just a woman who knows what the fuck she wants.
Look, I've already recognized that I'm gonna be single forever for that reason, right? Because I've gotten that label more than not. I think
How? Because you like to fuck?
because I say exactly what I'm thinking when I think it. Like I don't sugarcoat shit and I don't hide shit from people. If I don't think
Yeah,
that,
dog. Like
I just
listen,
don't. I can't. I
if a
refuse
nigga
to.
if a nigga come to Tampa and you think he's attractive and you want to do what y'all whatever y'all want to do that night, he say to you, you a whore because it could just be that and that's it.
Well, what I've gotten a lot recently is because I started this podcast, right? So I don't know if you remember how I started it, but um I had gotten divorced and decided I wanted to start dating, right? Hadn't been in the dating scene for over 15 years. I don't know what dating looks like anymore. So I started dating, and the more dates I went on, the more I realized how weird people were. So a friend of mine was like, you should start like having this conversation with other people out there because I'm sure other women are going through what you're going through. Just from me starting the podcast. And she made a joke. She was like, it seems like you're gonna be on 100 dates before you meet somebody that you like. So I ended up really going on 100 dates. But even Lawrence, it was like, because he used to pull me on every once in a while to give updates. Everybody was under the impression that 100 dates in 100 days meant that I went on a date with 100 people.
No, it just means you went on 100 dates in 100 days. You could have went through 78 of those dates could have been with the same guy.
And I don't understand why people got that. But no matter what, that's been the consensus. Or it's been that I'm doing a social experiment and that I don't want to actually be in a relationship. I just want to date people because I'm
There's
hungry.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
So
that. Yeah, niggas is stupid.
So I've gotten the label. So I've gotten, and I'm okay with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with everybody thinking whatever they want to think until I get to where I need to be. See, people are still texting me. I need y'all to stop texting me. I need y'all to follow instructions. It's not difficult. Go on the podcast. Let me see. Let me see what I'm missing. Because I'm getting long text messages too.
You
It's
know
things
why?
that I
As
can't
part
even
of it is
read.
because they probably don't have a YouTube account or they probably not signed in, so they
So
can't
this is
comment.
streaming to Facebook. It's streaming to Instagram. So like they have options. Okay,
Oh,
guys.
I
So
ain't got nothing to
let's
do with
let's
that.
go back. For those of you who haven't been on here before, who this is your first time. If you're not on YouTube, you can go to Instagram 100 days in 100 days. You can go to Facebook 100 days in 100 days. You can watch, comment, ask questions. I'm sure you guys have questions because y'all have lied and decided to stop telling people that you missed them too and to start telling them the truth or stop emotionally raping people. Have anybody ever heard of the term emotional rape? I want to know. Like, you guys tell me because I thought that was made up and I want to know if it's true or not.
I
So
never heard of that shit.
I've never heard of it either. But look, people have come up with more terminologies now than ever. We live in a sensitive society. So I there was one more question I wanted to ask you before I let you go because I'm gonna keep getting texted all night. I see. Um, where did it go? Where did it go? You did have a lot of people that were saying that they loved your honesty, so I thought that was cute. Um, okay, this is an emotional rape person. She says Patricia O'Neill calls it emotional rape. They can't physically take sex from you without your consent, but they try to force you by saying what you want to hear. These phones don't even give us the opportunity to be away long enough to miss you. you have constant communication. So it kind of sounds like she was on your side, but not on your side at the same time, right? Like these phones give us too much contact, so we can't miss each other, but you're emotionally raping them by lying to them and telling them that you miss them.
I can see that, but man, whatever, right? Like whatever.
Well, Clint, I appreciate you taking time out to answer these
Always, anytime,
crazy, crazy questions.
no doubt.
Congratulations on the engagement. One of these days, maybe I could say somebody like me and they put a
Well, you said
no.
you was married.
I was married for 15 years, but I've been single for 7.
I mean,
I'm
I get
going
it.
on 7 years strong. Um,
Mm.
and it's okay because I've dated a lot. I've learned a lot about myself. This doing this podcast, getting the opportunity to like talk to different people and getting different perspectives on what people think dating is, and I
No,
know
I
that I'm too
understand.
different. I
I
know that I'm
understand.
too different. You're gonna have to come. Whoever comes for me gonna have to come really, really strong because my personality is really strong.
That's fair. That's
So
fair.
I need somebody said I need a New Yorker, but I'm afraid they're gonna beat me up because my mouth is too slick.
Nah, niggas ain't. No, you just got. I mean, slick mouth is cool. You just gotta know when it's time to put your foot down and when you just. I will let you have it.
I don't know. I don't know
That's
if
just the
I've
bottom
grown that
line.
much yet. I still cuss people mamas out.
Well, there's that.
Um so no, I'm playing. I'm playing. I've grown past that. I am 42 years old. I'm not cussing nobody's mamas no more.
Good,
Done. I'm
good,
behaving.
good.
But I appreciate you talking to me. You guys go listen to the special because it is hella funny. Clint is always funny. So if he's in your city, make sure you get at him. The next time you in Tampa.
Uh, I don't know right this moment, and the only reason why is because my agent he's working on a bunch of dates for me for the spring, so
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'll be there sometime, hopefully between March and June.
Well, the
So
next
we'll
time you
see.
in Tampa, pull up,
I
pull up,
will.
pull up.
I
I will
will.
definitely. I'll see you whenever you get here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you.
No
Congratulations
doubt.
again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.